Hello everyone and welcome back to Coloring with Haley. It's time for my end of the month pages, and I also have some markers here that I went through this month. So as you can see, the color by numbers this month really used up pink and green a lot. So I just have a regular dark green Sharpie and it's a pinkish orange color. I'm not exactly sure what you'd want to call this. In the Bic marking markers, they call it peach parfait. I wouldn't call it a peach color. When I think of peach, I think more of a skin tone, and it's definitely like too orange to be a skin tone. And then I've got the margarita green Bic intensity and the pink flamingo intensity. All of those dried up this month. I didn't do too many pages for July, unfortunately. I just had a lot going on. A lot of it was with my health, and so I didn't get around to coloring too many pages. I didn't have the time, and then some of the time I didn't feel like it. When you've got more serious things going on with your health, you know, you're kind of focused on other things. So this is going to be more of a short one for this month, but I did do a Christmas in July in this Chibi Girls book. This one's by Alice Brockmeyer, right? Yeah, alright. So I did this girl for Christmas in July, or halfway to Christmas, whatever you want to call it. This was the only Christmas page that I did. This is just in markers with a little bit of the outlining and some glittery gel pen on some of the presents there. You can see that the boxes have it on them. I like how this page turned out. It turned out really good. It kind of just had a blank background, and you guys know I'm not one to do backgrounds, so I just left it blank as it was. And then this month in World of Mice, I actually did 3 pages. Sometimes I do 3 rather than 2. When I don't feel well, I kind of prefer to do color by numbers because I don't really have to think about the image as much, if that makes sense. You know, I don't have to think about putting, oh, well, this color here and this color here. This tells you, you know, exactly where to put all the colors. So I did 3. And gosh, did these 3 pages really, really use like a lot of green. So the first one we have here is this one with the mice with the jam and cookies. When I first colored the cookies, I wasn't exactly sure what was going on here because they kind of look like little well-done steaks to me. I think it was just my color choice there. I think maybe that could have been a little better. But this is a really cute page. It's been a while since I've had to color a mouse in gray. They've all been kind of brown colored lately. And then we have this one, the shoe. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe, right? Is that the rhyme? I think this one was really cute too with the boot, and again you can see, look at all the green. They just really, the person who picked the colors for this book just really went on like a tangent with the green color lately, because like all 3 pages that I colored this month were very green. And then here was the other one. Once again, the background was green, and we've got the little mice sneaking some candy past this cat here who is asleep, so maybe it is the cat's candy, like he's guarding the candy jar or something. Super cute though. I have, I think, like 6 pictures left in this book before it's finished, and I am starting to run low on some of my Sharpies and Bic markers, so hopefully we won't run out before I finish it. I'd like to be able to finish it with the sets I have and not have to go out and get any new ones, but we'll see. And then I opened up Mystery Mosaics by Mindware. This is book 8. And I did Mosaic number 2, which is the space shuttle about to launch. I like how this one turned out. These always are fun to do. It's just the squares like this, you know, you can't really tell what it is before you color it. It is really and truly a mystery. But I really like how this one turned out. It was a simpler one, but I was intrigued by all of the white space, so I colored in it to see what it was, and it is a space shuttle. Alright. For the Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays, there was only 1 page to color in July, and that was our page for the 4th of July, so here she is. She had a lot of freckles, so I made her very fair-skinned. You guys know that I'm unsure about the kind of light gray stuff in the background, and since I have never colored it in another picture, I went on ahead and left it blank here, so this picture was like super simple, you know, not a lot going on, but I did use glitter on the sparkler that she's holding, and also on her hat up here you can see, and on your shirt. And I used a little bit of red paint on the outlines of the shirt just to make it, I don't know, look a little bit nicer. So this is a really, really simple one, but it was fun. I'm guessing that in August we'll probably be doing birthday and Comic-Con. Maybe the quinceañera too. Alright, so I colored in Reptoloids because I haven't colored in it since I have owned it. This is my first page in here. I enjoyed coloring in it. I don't think I've colored in such a small book before, so I kind of struggled to get the pages to lay flat because there sure are a lot in here. And there is some glitter. I don't know if it'll show up because it's so small. It is around her eyes here. And I did use a lot of white paint on this. So, for example, these spikes or spines here sticking out of her back, and then the claws on this guy and the lace around her dress, that has all been gone over in white paint. And there's also a bit of glitter on the spurs on his boots, but again, it doesn't catch as well on such a small scale. I used a lot of darker colors in this. It just felt like using darker colors on a picture, and I really do like how it turned out. They looked sort of like toads to me. I know that they're called reptiloids, like they're reptiles, but still they reminded me of toads, so I kind of made them brown colors like the toads I see here in the wild. But I am very happy with how this turned out. I think it turned out really, really cute. And I will be doing more in this book. It was, you know, a quick one to color as well because of the size. I just wish that the glitter would show up a little better. It's just hard to see on that size scale. Then I did another one in Pastel Goth. This is Larissa Marianis's book, and I did a teddy bear, and I tried to make it to look a bit similar to the bear on the front. It's not the same page, but it is a page with a bear on it. And I believe I did this one like at the very, very beginning of the month. And once again, I did sort of the outlining here with the darker color. I like to do that sometimes on the simpler images. I think it makes them just pop a little bit. And you can see I've done it on the clouds as well, and on the balloon. There is white paint on this. It is primarily just here on the balloon and here on the eyeball to make it look a little bit like this one on the nose too, like it's reflecting light. And then there is glitter on the button eye and on these stars. That should show up because it's a bigger picture. There we go. And I did the little bat eye too. I think this one turned out really well. It turned out really cute. I liked the colors I used. Not exactly the same color scheme. They used green and I decided to use blue rather than green because I thought it looked better. But I do think this turned out really cute, and I enjoy coloring in this book. It's always super, super fun to color in. A lot of weird and creepy images. Next is the one and only book that I got this month that is new, and it is Deborah Muller's Hula Hotties, which is her newest book. Doug got this for me. He actually had it put in an order on Amazon, and he was like, okay, I have like $7 until I get free shipping. Do you want to order anything? And I was like, absolutely, I have tons of things I could order. So I picked up her new book, and I have a flip through up. But if you haven't seen it, it sort of is exactly as the title says. It is girls kind of like in Hawaii, but they're all a little bit of a pinup style. So here's the one I did. I think they're funny. I don't know, I guess maybe I have a bit of a twisted sense of humor, but I just think they're really funny, and I thought this page was hilarious. Like, she's completely naked and hiding behind the little like tiki statue. I thought it was really funny. So here is my girl. I gave her dark purple hair because I really like the purple hair. And I like how the statue turned out as well. There is some glitter in the background. The flowers that are pink have been done with glitter. There we go. And her eyeshadow is also glittery. Let's see if that'll show up. The flowers that are orange are just marker. This one had a simple background, you know, so I just left it plain and simple like it was. Used my Ohuhu markers on this one, and I think it turned out awesome. The pink flowers here aren't glittery. These ones on the border, I did leave those just pink. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with how this page turned out, and I really enjoy this one. I like all of Deborah's pinup books. Here's a few more pages if you're interested. It's a cute one, so here we go. And for the Sci-Fi Babes this month, the Cyber Glam coloring book by Stephanie A. Quinn. I did this lady here who, to me, looked a lot like Lady Gaga, kind of even just like in her facial structure and everything. But she is named Olga Orion. It says she's 35 years old / 450 robot years old. Her location is unknown because she's currently in hiding, and she started off as a robot and became a human. So, kind of a reverse of what you see in a lot of sci-fi. Like, a lot of people become robots. She was a robot, and then she became a person. So this one is a lot of Copic markers for the skin. I love using my Copics for skin tones, like specifically in this book. I never allow myself to use them in any other book, just this one. And they always turn out really, really fantastic. She had really sharp cheekbones, so the highlighting and everything looks really, really nice on this. I thought about giving her blonde hair, because like I said, she sort of reminded me of Lady Gaga, but I have this weird light green color in Copics that I haven't used before. And I was like, you know what, I have used blonde a lot in this book, so I went with this green color, and on camera it's looking definitely more blonde, but it is actually a greenish color. It's sort of like a greenish platinum color, and her goggles are just Ohuhu markers, and same with her lips. Now, the white parts of the goggles were already here, like the highlights, so I just followed that and colored around it to keep the highlights there. I didn't use paint to do that because it is quite a big space, and I do have these smaller ones. If I had the larger size paint markers, I could do something like that. But since right now I only have the small size, I just followed the lines and left it blank. And of course, she has glitter on her. Her neck piece down here, I don't know what we want to call it. I don't know if it's an outfit or like part of her that's still mechanical or what, had all these wavy lines on it, and I did them in different colors of glitter. And same with the tears on her face. Those were also already there. I didn't just draw on the tears. They were drawn on her already. And I did them in glitter as well because I didn't know what else to do with them. And I don't know if she was supposed to be crying or if it's more of just a makeup look. I did it as more of just a makeup look. So yeah, she is super glittery, but she turned out really good. That is Olga Orion, and I really enjoy reading about the little blurb, reading about them. Sometimes I use it as inspiration. Sometimes I never read it until right now when I do the flip through, and I just read it for the first time. Sometimes I read it and draw inspiration, sometimes I don't. Alright, and for the last book that I colored in this month, we've got Jade Summers, Chibi Girls. You guys know I'm working to complete this book. I only got done 1 page in it this month, but that is alright because either last month or the month before I did 3 pages in 1 month. So I'm still on track to finish it this year, since I typically do 2 pages, but this one was a lot of work. We have the maid, and I wanted to do her in a different color. I figured that, well, I've seen a lot of people do her in black, and I figured that most other people would do her outfit in black as well. And I wanted to kind of stray from that and do something a bit different, so I picked a dark red color. And I did the walls and floor pink and green, which at first I didn't exactly like how the greenish floor came out as a little bit too green for me. I wanted it to be a little more gray, but now looking at it, I actually really do quite like it. It doesn't bother me as much as it did initially. I think it looks really good. And then for paint, oh boy, this one has so much paint on it. Alright, so anywhere that there are ruffles, like for example here, and 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 even up here on her hat, all that has been gone over with white paint to make them look a little bit more authentic. I like to go over the ruffles with the white paint just because, I don't know, without the black lines there, it makes the ruffles look, you know, more realistic in my opinion. And then I went over, of course, these glasses that she is, I guess, dusting here with the white paint to make them also look more like real glasses. And they didn't put any liquid in them because I don't think they were supposed to be. I think they're just on display rather than she's serving someone. So I did a color that was a couple of shades different from the wall to give the impression that, you know, they're like clear glass and that they're see-through. And then the jewels on these are, of course, glitter, as well as the ruffles on this, like this little table piece here. I didn't want to do the ruffles again in paint because I felt like, okay, maybe I've done a little too much on her, so I did this one in glitter. And then some of the wood down here has been done in glitter as well. It had a little bit of like decoration on it. And then the, ooh, I know these have a name. The dish piece here that you lift up and like the food is underneath it. I know they have an actual name, but I cannot remember what it is right now. That has been done in glitter as well. I sort of left the paintings a little bit bland and solid because I didn't want them to distract from the girl. To me, like, the main piece of this picture is the chibi girl, right? And what she's doing. That's the main piece. So, like, if I made the paintings too bright and colorful and did a lot of details, it would really distract, I feel like, from the girl, and I would want your eyes to go towards her more so than, you know, whatever's going on in the background. Because some of them have really, really busy backgrounds. This one wasn't so busy, but I just wanted you to be focused more on her than all the stuff in the background. So I left it very plain. But as you can see, all of the glitter, it's not showing up too well on the glasses, but those little gems on the side are glittery as well. And a ton of paint. So that one took me quite a long time to do. But those are the few pages that I did this month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.